How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have Plan B giving a scenario today that is extremely bullish. I want to read that off to you. I also want to show you again how rare it will be, or how rare it is to own one full Bitcoin. We have an interesting infographic, and we have some numbers from the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday. BlackRock actually bought a significant amount. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one as soon as I make them. Also, if you want to check out the link underneath the video to Margex, you can start trading cryptocurrency on leverage. You don't need a KYC, meaning you don't have to spend a lot of time, taking pictures of yourself with your ID several times over trying to get access to this account. You can just set it up in a few seconds with an email, a password, and check their terms and conditions. And you can trade all different kinds of assets. I've been extremely bullish for this cycle. So I obviously have been positioning myself with some trades. Now, as you can see, we had called this way back here. This is a higher low, and it looks like we might get a higher high. We got rejected a few times yesterday, right around 65,000. But if we break above this, a lot of people are flipping bullish. That would put us with a higher low and a higher high, fundamentally bullish, and then we would probably ride up, hitting a couple resistances possibly. But the next big thing that I'd be looking for is 69,000 to see if we could break out of this downtrend. Now, Bitcoin dominance coming down a little bit here today, 57.52. This is coming down from 58.6, so still relatively high, but we are starting to see some altcoins with some life in them. We did see some inflows yesterday as well. Significant inflows, 135.95 million. You'd be surprised who it's coming from. So the volume numbers were okay, not huge volume. IBIT with 703, FBTC with 166, GBTC with 98 million. ARCB had $0 in for the day, GBTC with $0, but the mini had $3 million in inflow, BITB with $17.4 million in inflow, FBTC with $17 million, and then IBIT with $98 million worth of inflows, or 1,547 Bitcoin. This is the first time that we've seen a big buy from IBIT in a while. I believe they had something like an $11 million day or something a little bit earlier in the month, but for the most part, they've had just 0 days after 0 days. So that is good to see. I've said several times what this could be, but again, it could be someone maybe selling a large position and then they have other buyers they're willing to buy, but they're just basically buying from the seller, causing a net 0 day. But today, the buyers went out 98 million. That did cause some price action yesterday. Like yesterday, we did make a nice move from, something like 63.5 all the way up to 64.6, 64.7, pushing up to that $65,000 mark. Now, we have some interesting info coming from Plan B, a possible scenario, and a graphic on how rare being a whole coiner is. But first, I want to talk about today's show sponsor, Limits Express Company. On this channel, we talk a lot about how to invest your money, where to put your money. But what if you could invest your money into a business that generates you a monthly income? That's where today's show sponsor, Limit Express Company, comes in. They will completely manage a store on Amazon for you, selling products like Colgate toothpaste, Crest mouthwash, Dove soap, and many more products. In order for Limit Express to buy these products at extremely cheap pricing, they need to spend over $500,000 with their suppliers every month. That's why they have over 150 clients that send in the funding for the inventory. They pull that money together to place a big order for their supplier. They get really cheap pricing on all the inventory and sell them for a profit on your Amazon store. And they completely manage the inventory and sales. Of course, always do your own research, right? This is not a make free money card, but if you are interested in becoming a client or just learning more about earning an income on Amazon, you can use the link underneath the video to book a free 30-minute Zoom call directly with the owner, Kyle. Okay, Plan B, giving a scenario. October, classic pump month, Bitcoin to 70,000. So getting back up just $5,000. Not a huge move over the next month or so, but still would be nice to see. November, Trump wins election, ends Democrats. Biden, Harris, Warren, Gensler, war on crypto, Bitcoin, 100,000. Okay, so he's saying, again, just a scenario, but maybe Trump wins. He ends the war on crypto. Everything's super bullish. Bitcoin gigapumps up nearly 50% to 100K. December, we get a massive ETF inflow. Bitcoin pushes to 150,000. January, crypto people / companies return to US BTC, 200K. Power law crew sells. Bitcoin goes down to 150K. March, Bitcoin legal tender in Bhutan, Argentina, and Dubai. Bitcoin gigapumps 100% to 300K. April, Trump / US start building strategic Bitcoin reserve. Bitcoin to 400K. May, other countries except the EU join the rat race. Bitcoin to 500K. Whew. We're getting into bullish territory here. June, several AI start using Bitcoin to autonomously arbitrage. TradFi Bitcoin hits 600K. July / December, face melting FOMO. Bitcoin all-time high, 1 million. 2026, distribution phase, Bitcoin back to 500K. 2027, bear market, Bitcoin bottom at about 200K or 0.2 million. Okay. Obviously, this is just a scenario, right? He's not saying he thinks this is going to happen, but he thinks it's a possibility enough that he could be right, that he's writing this out, okay? This is the most bullish take I've seen in maybe ever, honestly. Besides people that have called for like $1 million Bitcoin this year, or in the next few months. I think Balaji said that, if I'm remembering right. But he's saying 1 million by like the end of next year. Extremely, extremely bullish. Not saying that can't happen. I think there's a non-zero chance of it happening, but maybe it's a few percent. Most people think we're going to go up to 200K, 150K, 100K, something like that. And there are people that are going to sell. I know it because I've talked to people that are going to sell at those price points. The thing is, something has to fundamentally change for people not to sell at those numbers. So, yeah, the ending the war on crypto might change people's thoughts on where we're going to top out at. Let's see what else. Bitcoin becoming legal tender in Dubai would be massive. I mean, you can already buy things with Bitcoin there, but making it full on legal tender obviously would change people's minds. Strategic Bitcoin reserve too. People would think, okay, well, if the US is going to buy, 500 Bitcoin a day, that's going to cause endless buying pressure, and then they'll hold out longer, etc., etc. So obviously an extremely bullish scenario, but it is a non-zero chance. There is maybe, a couple percent chance likelihood of this kind of market happening with Bitcoin hitting some insane number. Keep in mind, owning one Bitcoin is becoming increasingly rare. This was a cool graphic that I thought I'd show. Only 0.27% of the global population can own one Bitcoin each. Total supply is 21 million. The global population is 7.8 billion. So yeah, there's not going to be a lot of Bitcoin to go around. It's about 1 in every 350, 1 in every 400 people can own one Bitcoin. And that's assuming it's distributed equally, right? A lot of people have, 5 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin. Obviously not a lot of people, but a lot of the people that own Bitcoin do control a big amount of the supply. So there are entities as well, like MicroStrategy, that just continue to buy more. Of course, they have people that kind of own Bitcoin via their proxy, like there are shareholders of MicroStrategy. But these entities continue to buy more and more, taking it away from the general public. And there are large shareholders of those companies too that then hold some Bitcoin. Now, let me know what you think about all this underneath the video. Of course, things are looking more excited out there. The Fear and Greed Index is actually in greed. So just be careful, right? Make rational decisions. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Check out the link underneath the video to Margex. And they're doing a big Casper airdrop if you want to get in on that. Check it out underneath. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next video. You can also check out Limits Express, which is the sponsor of this video, down below.